Hi, Professor. This is Mallikharjuna Chunchu, and my teammate is Krishna Kamma. You both have done a project on hospital management system. Coming to the project, nowadays most of the hospitals are running manually. That means they are recording the data and the billings and the ward. Everything is recorded by the manual records. So with this hospital management system, we are going to convert everything into automated system. Like we are processing a systematic. Coming to what is hospital management system? Hospital management system is made to make the running the hospitals and other facilities easier. Common functionalities of the system includes patient registration, appointment scheduling, inventory management, billing, and reporting. Hospital administrators, doctors, nurses, staff members, and patients can all make use hospital management system. Hospital management system helps to improve the data accuracy, automate administrative tasks, decrease the manual workloads, and enhance the practitioner communication in the healthcare industry. Establishing a hospital management system is primarily intended to boost the operational effectiveness, ensure the regularity, compliance, and enhance the quality of patient care. It can also help medical professionals make better decisions, optimize process, and provide better patient care. With this hospital management system, we can get the 100% accurate data, and there is no data theft or data loss, even in any other case of fire accidents like that. And hospital management has multiple tasks like information desk modules, view and search patient details, billing management, doctor and nurse management, patient management, inventory reports, admissions and discharge information, bed management, statistical reports, daily appointments and managements. Coming to the introduction, the medical sector is dealing with a number of challenges such as rising the health prices and growing of demand for healthcare services and better patient care. Hospital management systems are made to reduce the administrative tasks, improve communications among the healthcare professionals, and enhance the patient care in order to address some of these problems. In order to facilitate patient care and health operations management for healthcare professionals, the system attempts to automate and streamline the number of activities. Hospital management system indeed to decrease the errors, loosen administrative burden, increase the overall patient care quality, and improve the health operations efficiency. For example, in this case, if a hospital is engaged with the AIDS patient, if you have this management system, it's easy to access the data like number of patients admitted in the hospital, and number of patients who got positive reports, and number of the patients who got negative reports, and when they joined and when they revealed from the hospital. Like this, hospitals may maximize their resource uses and give their patients better healthcare services with the aid of hospital management systems. We have various operations performed by the hospital management systems. Like it creates a patient and physician records, which means it maintains a proper records for the patient and the doctor. In case, for example, if a patient want to take an appointment in a particular day, the patient can access the data, whether the doctor is available on that day or not, at that time or not. In that case, if the doctor is not available, he will get a notification that the doctor is not available, so he can move his appointment to another dates. Every patient would have a comprehensive and safe electronic health records maintained by the system, which should include the lab test results, medications, diagnosis, and medical histories. Nowadays, most of the hospitals are running their records manually. So when the patients come to the doctor, they have to carry their own records. In case with this hospital management system, we are going to have the electronic records, which is not terrible, and there is no loss of any records. Even in case of fire accident or any miscarriage, the data will be secured and we can retrieve the data. Healthcare professionals should be able to manage the inventories of medications, medical supplies, and equipment with the help of the system. Additionally, it must monitor the expiration date of the pharmaceuticals and alert staff members when the stock levels are low. Basically, if the staff members use it to maintain the records. In this case, they might miss the stock levels. It's very important during in the hospital systems. So if we record the data by the automatic like systems, There should be no loss of data, and when the stock levels are going to low, we'll get the notifications and they can make the good stock. In addition to handling insurance claims, the system should generate and track bills and payments. Additionally, it ought to be able to communicate with different payments methods and insurance providers. And it should facilitate telemedicine services, virtual visits, and remote consultations. Like in some remote areas, some older people like who are aged above 60 or 70, they are not able to come to hospitals. In that cases, we can communicate with them through the virtual services, and we can provide them the tele services. And in the hospital management system, we have different entities, and each entity has multiple attributes. And we have some entities like patient, doctor, appointment, ward, health record, and department, staff, billing and insurance, pharmacy and inventory, surgery. These are the different entities for a hospital management system, and every entity has different and multiple attributes. Like patient have a patient ID, first name, last name, the patient gender, address of the patient, date of birth, and phone number. Meanwhile, the doctor has doctor ID, doctor first name, last name, date of birth, and gender of the doctor, and address of the doctor, specialization of the doctor, and phone number, and the schedules of the doctor. Coming to staff, and the staff have different attributes like staff ID, staff first name, last name, gender, address, and the job title, and department, and schedule of the staff. Coming to pharmacy and inventory, we have different attributes like medicine ID, medicine name, manufacturer, expiry date, price of the medicine, and quantity of the medicine. And we have the entity relationship diagram. Here we can see the diagram. And every entity has a relationship with different entities. Like a patient has multiple doctor appointments, and it has multiple billing and insurance. Meanwhile, the doctor has multiple patients, and it has a number of electronic health records. And similarly, the department has multiple doctors, and it has multiple electronic health records. And coming appointments, it has multiple doctors, and it associated with multiple wards, and you can use the multiple pharmaceuticals. And in the entity relationship, we have one-to-many relationship, one-to-one relationship, and many-to-many relationship. Coming to one-to-many relationship, in this relationship, pharmacy and inventory used in multiple appointments, and patient can has multiple billing and insurance. Pharmacy and inventory has multiple surgeries. Surgery has multiple staff, and patient has multiple health records, and department has number of wards. Coming to one-to-one relationship, in this relationship, each one has a single relationship. Like patient has one doctor, and appointment has one ward, and appointment has one surgery, and billing and insurance has one surgery, billing and insurance has one ward, and doctor has one department. Coming to many relationship, in this electronic health record has multiple records have multiple appointments, and multiple doctors have multiple staff members. And the rest part is going to be done with Krishna Kamma.
Hi, Professor. This is Krishna Kamma. I just want to continue with the remaining part of the a presentation. That is nothing but normalization, and starting with the normalization. So the practice of structuring of a data in a database to minimize the redundancy and enhance the integrity is nothing but the normalization. So here comes the main picture of normalization is because of it deals with that breaking down the big tables into smaller one, easier to understand, which then connected by the relationships. So it adds a removing data redundancy, inconsistency that may be resulted from the data updates, deletions, insertions, and normalization, crucial idea for database architecture. So normalization will be nothing but generally separated into small groups, that nothing but first normalization, second normalization, third normalization. In order to determine whether the entity satisfies all the normalization requirements, these rules are applied. So here it comes to the next part, I mean to say table and attributes. So in our project, we consist of a following tables, that nothing but a patient, doctor, appointments, ward, electronic health record, department, staff, billing and health insurance, like pharmacy and inventory and surgery. Like total 10 tables will be there. So in these 10 tables, we have each table will have following attributes will be present. And like for these 10 tables, it will be satisfying like first and enough, second and enough, third and enough. I mean to say that first normalization form, because like all the attributes are atomic values. From the second case, like each and every, like I mean to say, it will be non-prime attribute will be depend upon the prime attribute. So we can conclude that like it will be all the tables will be in a second normalization form. From the third case, like there is no transitive dependency involved in these particular tables. So we can conclude that all the tables will be in a third normalization form as well. Coming to the creation of syntax of the table. So here's the following syntax to create the table. So create a table name with the following column name and the data type. Data types may be like int, varchar, date, like this kind of will be there. If you want to insert the data into table, we use like following table names, like insert into table name with the following columns and then following values. So in order to retrieve the data, we have to use like select star from the table name. Next comes to the creation of a table, a doctor table. So here's the syntax to create a doctor table. Here where the doctor ID is like a primary key attribute, with the first name and the last name, gender, address, specialization, phone number, date of birth and schedule. These are the different kind of columns. Where like date of birth, date, these are kind of things will be like a data types for this. And here we have inserted like around like 20 records in the doctor table. And similar to that, like in order to retrieve the data in the doctor table, we use like select star from doctor. If you want to particular columns, we use like we will mention that column names, like suppose doctor ID, patient, like first name, last name, gender, address, this kind of things. If you want to like this kind of fashion, we'll be inserting like a different kind of information in our different tables. And we have created a same kind of like a same way we have created different tables. So I just want to show you that things. So here comes to the patient table. In the patient table, it will be stores the information about the patient. So here in the patient ID is a primary key attribute. And next comes to the doctor table. In the doctor table, we have like a doctor ID as a primary key attribute, and remaining things like a first name, last name, gender, address, specialization, which will be show the information about the doctor information. Appointment table will be used to store the information about the appointments. Appointment ID is a primary key attribute here, and the patient ID and doctor ID is like a foreign key attributes. In the ward table, like here, ward ID is a primary key attribute which used to store the information about the ward information. So next comes to the electronic health record. In the electronic health record, like we used to store the information about the health records of the patient and all the other information, patient ID, doctor ID, all this kind of information, where EHR ID is like a primary key attribute, and the patient ID and doctor ID is like a foreign key attributes here. So in the department table, we used to store the information about the department. So department ID is a primary key attribute here. Staff, here in the staff table, we used to store the information about the staff, where staff ID is a primary key attribute, and the remaining things will be like a attribute for the like I mean to say like which will be used to store the information about the staff details. Billing and insurance will be able to store the information about the billing and various kinds of insurances, policy, insurances kind of things regarding the patient. It will store about the information about that and what kind of policy they have, whatever the eligibility they have, all this kind of information will be stored in this table. Whereas here, bill ID is a primary key attribute, patient ID is a foreign key attribute. So pharmacy and inventory will be stored the information about the medicine, the quantity, prices, all this information, where the medicine ID is a primary key attribute here. Surgery table we used to store the surgery ID, surgery type, doctor ID, like this kind of information about that. So whereas here, like surgery ID is a primary key attribute, foreign like the doctor ID and patient ID is a foreign key attributes. In each and every table, we inserted like 20 records. Similarly, we can see about the patient, like we have inserted 20 records. Under doctor, we have inserted 20 records. Similarly, we have inserted 20 records. And if you want to retrieve the data, we use like a select star from like whatever the table name we have to insert, like we'll just fix the details from that particular thing. So that's why we can get retrieve the details about the particular thing. So here comes to the here in the database, I'll just show you that. So here we have created the patient, and I'm just showing the patient details in the database. So this is the patient 20 records in the patient table. So here in the doctor table, I'm just fetching about doctor's details here. So in the doctor, we have again inserted 20 records. Similarly, we have created and inserted all the other records and in the tables. So I'll just show you what are the tables in our my project here. So I have inserted, created all these projects here. This is where we have created in this in our database. So when it comes to the future scope, GUI-based applications connecting hospitals and customers. So main utilization of AI and ML algorithms to patient care optimization. So integration of wearable healthcare devices and mobile apps for the health data sharing, for suppose Apple watches, which helpful to track the fitness of the human beings. Implementation of blockchain technology for secure health record storage and sharing. Telemedicine capabilities. Development of mobile application appointment scheduling and communication. Introduction of patient feedback symptoms for the improved experience. Creation of patient portal for healthcare information and medical record access. Continuous innovation essential for the enhancement of a patient hospital management system. I mean to say that if you want to retrieve the data, suppose if you want to submit a details of a COVID-19 details of a particular financial year, then previously we have to check all the health records which will be manually written, and just we have to submit. It will be sometimes error prone, and it will be take a lot of time. But right now, if you want to give the details to the government, if we will just search by the filtering of COVID-19 affected patients, and we just submit it within a few minutes. That's the advantage of present hospital management system. And storing of data also primary important present right now in the scenarios. So in conclusion, in order to sum up that hospital management system is an all-inclusive, effective way to handle many parts of the hospital operations, including billing, pharmacy, inventory, staff administration, patient data, and surgical procedures. The system provides a number of benefits, including enhanced accuracy, quicker data processing, and stronger decision-making abilities by leveraging the contemporary technologies and database management approach. Additionally, it lessens the paperwork, lower human error rate, and improve the hospital operations general efficiency. So finally, we can say that all these things considered, that the hospital management system can be streamline operations and enhance the patient care to create the advantage of healthcare business. So thank you for the opportunity, Professor. Thank you very much.